Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Jai Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Shri Kṛṣṇa Balarama ki Jai, Shri Gauranitai ki Jai, Shri Radhashama Sundalita Vishaka Devi ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada ki Jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Jai Gau Premanandi. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya So reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 54. Right? 39 and 40? 13 and 14. Huh? 13 and 14. 13 and 14. I knew that. Okay. I'll read the first 13, and then we'll do 14 together. Saure sapta-daśāhaṁ vai saṁyugāni parājitaḥ trayo-viṁśatibhiḥ sainyair jigye ekam aham param. In battle with Kṛṣṇa, I in my 23 armies lost 17 times. Only once did I defeat him. Purport. Jarāsandha offers his own life as an example of the inevitable happiness and distress of this material world. Text 14. Tathāpy ahaṁ na śocāmi na prahṛṣyāmi karhicit kālena daiva-yuktena jānan vidrāvitaṁ jagat tathāpy ahaṁ na śocāmi na prahṛṣyāmi karhicit kālena daiva-yuktena jānan vidrāvitaṁ jagat tathāpy ahaṁ na śocāmi na prahṛṣyāmi karhicit kālena daiva-yuktena jānan vidrāvitaṁ jagat śaureḥ parājitaḥ karhicit kālena daiva-yuktena jānan vidrāvitaṁ jagat tathāpy ahaṁ na śocāmi kālena daiva-yuktena jānan vidrāvitaṁ jagat tathāpy ahaṁ na śocāmi prahṛṣyāmi karhicit jānan vidrāvitaṁ tathāpy ahaṁ na śocāmi prahṛṣyāmi karhicit kālena daiva-yuktena jānan śocāmi prahṛṣyāmi karhicit kālena daiva-yuktena jānan vidrāvitaṁ jagat tathāpy ahaṁ na śocāmi prahṛṣyāmi karhicit kālena daiva-yuktena tathāpy, nonetheless, aham, I, na śocāmi, do not lament, na parājitaḥ, do not rejoice, karhicit, ever, kālena, by time, daiva, with fate, yuktena, conjoined, jānan, knowing. Vidrāvitaṁ, driven. Jagat, the world. Translation, purport by the humble followers of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. But still I never lament or rejoice, because I know this world is driven by time and fate. Please repeat. But still I never lament or rejoice. We'll do it again. But still I never lament or rejoice, because I know this world is driven by time and fate. Having stated that the Supreme Lord controls this world, Jarāsandha explains the specific method of control. It should be remembered that in the Vedic context, kala, or time, does not refer merely to a system of measuring planetary movements such as days, weeks, months, and years, but rather to the way things are being moved. Everything is moving according to its destiny, and this destiny is also described as time, since everyone's destiny is revealed and imposed by the movements of time. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistang Stapitang Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Namaom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvashesha Shunyavadi Paschachadishatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we're reading about the marriage of Kṛṣṇa and Rukmini. Very fortunate to be reading the 10th canto in Sri Vrindavan Dham, just before the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But we have progressively been studying the Srimad Bhagavatam from the first canto, each and every verse, because this is required. It's not that we can think that we can jump right up and try to understand Krishna's personal dealings with his devotees, his mother, father, what to speak of the Braj gopis and their loving exchanges. Now we have also Gaur Purnima coming, Lord Chaitanya's Divine Appearance Day, the most merciful incarnation of the Lord. Everyone's looking for happiness in this material world. Everyone's making plans how they can orchestrate their time, their energy. Let me accumulate some good money because I have many desires to fulfill. And although death may come sometime in the future, I'm not so concerned right now. Isn't it that very mysterious discussion with Yamaraj about people are seeing that every day people are dying at any moment, isn't it? You could just choke, slip, fall, or get hit by something on the street. A lot of moving things on the streets. So this is Martya Loka, the place of death, and time is very, very valuable. Although Jarāsandha was admitting, yes, I was defeated 17 times, but this time I beat Kṛṣṇa. But I'm not lamenting or rejoicing because I know that everything, the world is driven by time and fate. So time is progressing. Many civilizations have come and gone, many great personalities. But who's really a great personality? The only really great personality is a devotee of Kṛṣṇa. The only real success and achievement is achieving love for Kṛṣṇa. If one thinks that, yes, I achieved, my goal of amassing huge amount of money, and I built a hospital to help people, that was my contribution. Very good. You get your name on a plaque, and you still go to hell. Everybody in this material world, due to their activities, are producing further and further entanglement, further karma. And it's not simply thinking that I can do as I like, no one's really watching. All this philosophy of the Lord, Paramatma in the heart, He's everywhere, He's seeing everything. And due to this Maya Shakti, this daiva-yuktena gunamayi, this illusory energy of the Lord, everyone is satisfied with their particular situation. We know that one story of Lord Indra, due to his sometimes frivolous activities, was cursed to become a hog. And he had his hog family and hog activities, and Lord Brahma said, okay, enough of this hog life, come back. We need you back in the kingdom of heaven. And Indra said, nothing doing. I am very happy here, leading my hog life with my hog wife and children, because all these are very important family matters. My nation matters, my religion matters, everything that I've identified with due to my birth in a particular place in various circumstances, everything matters. And time, you cannot buy back even one moment. Prabhupada often would say, oh, today is, what is today anyway? March 19th. See? In Vrindavan we lose track of everything, just Radha and Kṛṣṇa, just thinking of Radha and Kṛṣṇa and chanting. So this is March 19th, 2024. Yeah, still? Right. And at 8:20. So we're never, when it becomes 8:25, we cannot get 8:20 back. We can't get any time lost back, even if we're prepared to pay millions of gold coins. Also, a very wealthy man is dying, analyzed of some that, no, you're dying. But doctor, give me another 4 years to finish my ideas, to set up my family. I need to take care of my responsibilities. No, death will take it all away. Everything is gone. At the time of death, my mother, my father, my wife, my husband, my children, all my possessions, all my dreams, everything is taken away and becomes totally insignificant. People forget the activities of persons who have not performed devotional service or rendered service to the pure devotee, just like we're hearing of the glories of our Guru Parampara, how Lord Brahma, by hearing the flute of Kṛṣṇa, was revealed in his heart all the Vedic literature. Veda means knowledge. So knowledge of what? Of the purpose and goal of life. And Narada Muni was fortunate to hear from Brahma and given to Vyasadeva. Although Vyasadeva is an incarnation of the Lord, but the pastime is there that we have to hear from the Guru. We have to hear from Kṛṣṇa, the original Guru, in the form of blowing his transcendental flute, enlivening Brahma from within the heart, and coming down to all from Guru Parampara. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in the midst of all the sannyasis, Prakashananda and Varanasi, they were criticizing, oh, you're just a sentimentalist, chanting, dancing, you're not studying Vedanta, you're not studying philosophy. But Lord Chaitanya, he revealed, they wanted to hear. When Kṛṣṇa, in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, spoke the Vedanta Sutra, it was clear. When Lord Chaitanya was visiting Jagannath Puri, he fainted upon seeing the Lord. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was taking care. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was the most famous logician and erudite scholar, respected with many followers. He had command. He felt very confident. In logic and reason, I can convince anyone. Everyone is just, And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was being advised, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya felt, oh, you're a young, handsome fellow, took sannyas. You should hear Vedanta philosophy, otherwise you become victim to Maya. You become victim to illusion and the allurements of this world. You'll be bewildered. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted, yes, you are like my father. You are a learned scholar. I am simply... Lord Chaitanya was always very humble. Trinadapi, Sunichina, Tarodapi, Sahishnana, Amanina, Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadahari. One can chant the holy name of the Lord. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lowered in a straw in the street. Pretty low, straw in the street, just getting blown around. More tolerant than a tree. So much tolerance during the winter season, blazing heat, sometimes snow, sometimes rain, sometimes rascals chopping at your root to cut you down. We're very tolerant. So humble, tolerant, ready to offer all respects to others. So he sat silently, listening to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, elaborating for a full week. And Sarvabhauma was bewildered, not bewildered, but saying, You're not following me. You're not getting my understanding of my explanation of Vedanta Sutra. So what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say? He said, no, Vedanta Sutra is very clear. The meaning is self-evident. But the way you're explaining, you're making it very confusing. You're covering up the actual meaning. So this is the meaning of philosophers, logicians, so-called scientists and professors of psychology, philosophy, and so many ideas people are presenting based on mental speculation and based on their so-called erudition or education from what they've learned in this world. One can never speculate about the absolute truth or just try to reach what is the conclusion. One has to hear in the descending process by hearing from Guru. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very humbly explained to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya the real clear meaning of Vedanta Sutra, that Krishna is the source of everything, that He's created the whole material world, maintaining it, He's annihilating it, and everything is produced by the Lord, isn't it? So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, being on a high level of understanding, appreciated this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is non-different than Krishna himself. He's Krishna himself. So the Lord came as Lord Krishna and told Arjuna, Sarva dharman parityaja mamekang sharanang vraja. Ahaṁ tvang sarvapapyabhyo mokshayashyami ma sucaha. Surrender to me. I will save you. Like one devotee was during Artik this morning raising his hands, and I put my finger in his back. I said, surrender. So, you got to surrender. You got to understand that time and fate, we're all being destroyed. We're all melting. I don't want to say it, but I sometimes chant, and I see a picture of Srila Prabhupada in Sri Kirti when he was like 20-some years old, and he was sitting on the couch, and I was looking at the picture and looking at him. I said, looks like a different person here, 45, 50 years later, was it? So we're all in that predicament. We may feel, oh, I won this beauty contest, or, muscles are pretty toned, or I feel very good about myself. But just a matter of 1 or 2 years, it's all finished. Everything starts sagging, slacking, even the memory. Everything starts falling completely apart. There's no real happiness in the material world. It's a temporary illusion. You might think that, oh, I see water in the desert, I feel so happy. But you keep walking, there's no water in the desert. That happiness, your thirst is never quenched. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared. Of course, he's giving love of Godhead. He wants, just like a concerned parent wants to bring us back home, back to the spiritual world. So Krishna is enacting various pastimes with his loving devotees, depending on their rasa or their relationship with the Lord. And every relationship is perfect. One shouldn't think that, oh, I'm so happy being a servant of the Lord. I just want to be his servant, like Hanuman. He's servant of Ram, Sita Ram, and he's happy being a servant. The friends, Subal, Sridham, Raktak, all the rest of the friends of Krishna, and Balaram playing with Krishna. Of course, you have to give up some of your awe and veneration, because to be a servant of the Lord, you always have to maintain the proper state of mind, but you're satisfied with that. And the friends of Krishna tell Krishna, oh, you're not so tough, I can beat you. And they play in a very loving way, and Krishna reciprocates with Yashoda and Nanda, reciprocating with the gopis. The gopis had no material aspirations or spiritual aspirations. They simply love Krishna. So we're talking about devotional service. Why take up Krishna consciousness? Because Krishna consciousness is the process for ending the cycle, the vicious cycle of repeated birth and death. We may feel happy at the present moment, that, hey, I'm okay. I want to carry on. You see, so many visitors are coming, they're having their friends, they're joking, they see a few things, buy some cotton candy, a few balloons, and come and see a few murtis here and there. It's great. I don't want to criticize, but I'm saying that to dedicate one's life, seeing how Srila Prabhupada sacrificed, this was his pleasure to serve Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, to serve Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, to take shelter of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya, and to present the message of Godhead, the Brahma Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. This is a chain coming from Krishna, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. Srila Prabhupada is representing the highest truth of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and shaking us and waking us to the fact that we're wasting our time. We're wasting so much valuable time. Srila Prabhupada is always very busy. Also so dedicated. When Srila Prabhupada came for the so-called opening in the Janmashtami of 74, I don't know if were you there at that time? And Srila Prabhupada became very ill, and devotees from around the world were told we should do the 24-hour kirtan, chant for the health of Srila Prabhupada. They were worried that Prabhupada may be leaving because it's like the intensity of his travel and preaching and the weather, and being somewhat disappointed that they were telling that everything's ready, but it was not ready for opening. Then the governor was coming, or some big personality. Prabhupada, we'll just tell him that you're ill, we'll deal with it. No, Prabhupada, you dressed him, and he wanted to come and meet the governor. Although he was just whispering, could hardly speak when the governor came. Then he lectured for 20 minutes. And devotees thought, how is this possible? Superhuman ability to perform his duty under such awkward situations. If we get a little ache and pain, oh, time to sleep in. Any kind of reason why we should not maybe perform our duties. So we should follow in Srila Prabhupada's footsteps, how he worked tirelessly to help spread this love of Godhead. Although it's available, it's inundating, but somehow or other, the atheists and the Mayavadis, the Buddhists, we're not criticizing, but if one is not accepting the Lord as the Supreme Master, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karna Karnam, the cause of all causes, eternal, blissful, spiritual personality, and we're Jivera Swarupoi Krishna Nityadas. We're eternal servants of Krishna. We're not God, or we're not going to become God by meditation, or going to follow some philosophy where the Lord does not exist in variety and loving reciprocal relationships. Prabhupada's presenting the highest truth, but unfortunately, unless we give up the desire to enjoy the material world and keep giving in to the dictations of the mind, the dictations of the senses, we're very, very much ingrained in our family or materialistic conditioning. It's hard to give up. And it's not that we're going to forcibly stop acting or force the mind. We need to engage the mind in Krishna's service, like Ambarish Maharaj. He was always thinking of Krishna. He was walking to the temple. He was smelling the incense, offering the Lord, worshiping Him with prayers. Everything was dedicated for the purpose of the Lord. So we can't jump to that, but we can start by chanting the Lord's holy name. Have that much faith that Krishna is present in His holy name, and Krishna incarnated in the form Kali Kalir Dharma Krishna Nam Sankirtan. This is the Dharma. This is the religion. This is the activity meant for us to perform. Chanting. Okay, time to wake up. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That sound vibration, we may know what it means or not know, but if we have faith in our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru, the Acharya for our society, whether he's our father, grandfather, great-grandfather, he is our ticket, our connection to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also the Vedanta philosophy, the understanding and purpose of life is coming by the mercy of Guru. It's not that simply by our reading books or performing some mystic yoga. By satisfying, what is the success formula? To satisfy the Guru. How do we satisfy the Guru? By following his instructions. People claim, we're Christian, or we're this, or we're that, or we're Hindu, or Muslim, or whatever it might be. But if we're not following the religion that we're claiming that we are, then it's really hypocrisy, and it's not going to lead to the ultimate end. So everyone, I'm sure, wants to become eternal. Everyone wants to be blissful, always be happy, full of happiness, eternity, knowledge, and bliss, to know everything. And this is our nature, this is our constitution, and we can achieve that. Like everyone is striving for some accomplishment in this world, maybe some, I want to become maybe a sannyasi or a guru or, a millionaire like Birla or Ford. We've seen, I remember Ambarish Prabhu, he was saying, although his family, the Ford Foundation, are very, very wealthy, saying, parents were not happy. People are always bothering. You don't know who your friends are. You have so much money. Everyone wants to give you their idea, their scheme, that, we should do this or try that, and you don't know how to be happy. So whether you're poor or rich, whether you have good family or bad, everything within time is completely washed away. And people are fearful. They may be thinking or proclaiming, professing themselves as fearless, but the fear of death is lurking, isn't it? If you watch a scary movie or something, people are scared, what? Of death. Because that's not our nature. We're not meant to die. We're meant to live eternally with Krishna. And so either we have our confidence in the American government or European government or this leader or that leader. He said, where's Napoleon? France is still here, but where's Napoleon? He's gone. You know, we have all our leaders, Trump and Putin, this one, that one. So many leaders are there, but it's just a matter of sentiment and emotionalism. Even right now, I think in America, there's going to be some elections coming and people are getting, even families are fighting, you know, oh, you want that one? No, I want the other one. You know, we're going to fight about this. And so this false understanding of the purpose and goal of life has been given or embedded to us ever since our school days and our education. Without proper guidance, without proper understanding, we're always in the darkness, we're always in fear. But Srila Prabhupada has given us real life, and if we're fortunate enough that we see something tangible, something of value in Krishna consciousness, that yes, this makes sense. Bhagavad Gita makes good sense. If you're reading Srimad Bhagavatam, you're reading Nectar of Devotion, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita, in the association of the devotees, it makes great sense. But because we cannot control our rascal mind, we cannot control our senses, but we have to work at it. And the way we work at controlling the mind and senses is by Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma, Nivedanam. Prahlad Maharaj spells it out very clearly, hearing and chanting about Krishna. If we're daily hearing how Krishna took Rukmini and became the king of Dwarka, and no matter how many rascals tried to interfere, he defeated all of them. Yeah. And there's a lot of exchange of emotion and relationship. So our real family is with Krishna, with the devotees. Who is happy with mundaners talking about politics or talking about mundane subject matters? Doesn't give any happiness, doesn't have any, it just irritates us. But when we're hearing about Krishna, his beauty, how he brought Sri Vrindavan Dham, and that by serving and being here in the holy Sri Vrindavan, it awakens our spiritual desires. It awakens our determination to get free of this birth, old age, disease, and death, to get free from suffering in this Abrahma Bhuvanaloka Punar Avartano Arjuna. From the highest planet down to the lowest planet in any universe, in the material world, none of it, there's no happiness. It has purpose because we have desires and God is very liberal. He doesn't interfere with our minute independence. You want to be a pig? Be a pig. You want to be a demigod? Be a demigod. You want to be an animal? Be an animal. So much is there. All varieties are there. All kinds of experiences are available. But when one is frustrated by going up and down the merry-go-round, you want to get off, okay, let's get off this crazy merry-go-round. We're up, we're down, we're up, we're down, and every time there's destruction. When Arjuna saw the universal form of the universal form of the Lord, and he saw all the destruction, all the soldiers being crushed by time, by the Lord personally, he said, time I am, destroyer of the worlds, destroying everything. Not that God is malicious or simply cruel, but this material world is a temporary place. It's a prison house. Prison house is meant to reform the prisoners' mentalities, but generally criminals tend to stay criminals. So we're the nitya buddhas. We're those who are stuck in the material existence. And the only way out, one way out, isn't it? By surrendering to the spiritual master, to Krishna. Not that we should think that I'm going to surrender to Krishna directly, that one should surrender to the servant of the Lord. This makes Krishna happy, that das, 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 anudas. There's a reason that by serving the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord, Krishna is very happy with this type of attitude. Srimati Radharani recognizes, oh, devotee is chanting sincerely, he's trying to serve, developing godly qualities. I mean, how do we know we're making some advancement? Because every time we become angry or disturbed or jealous or envious or have hatred, all the qualities, attributes of materialistic people, and if we don't, you can appreciate how Srila Prabhupada was so loving and so caring and just wonderful, perfect gentleman. He knew how to inspire, how to chastise, how to bring us to a higher level. So we need to come to the higher level, not artificially, because we have all these godly qualities. Krishna's qualities are enumerated several places, especially I'm just reading some teachings of Lord Chaitanya, and I'm not sure which chapter, 3rd, 4th, 5th, but all of Krishna's wonderful qualities. It's so wonderful to see that, yes, these are godly qualities that are inherent within each and every one of us, but we're covered by so much desire and so much coverings of material illusion of how to be happy in this world that it's eclipsing or it's not allowing the brilliance to shine through. But what is the chanting process? Cheto darpana marjanam, bhava mahadevagni nirvapanam. By chanting Krishna's holy name. Okay, time to wake up again. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. These are not just words. It's not somebody's made-up mantra. This is Krishna. Krishna is present in His name. He's absolute. He's transcendental. And this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda, all the associates, even when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was speaking to Prakashananda Saraswati, he always encouraged, just chant Krishna's holy name. And by chanting Krishna's name, everything is revealed. But we have to do service. We were discussing yesterday, Maharaj was giving a wonderful class about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the process that we should all take up Krishna consciousness, chant Hare Krishna, come to the morning program, worship the spiritual master, hear the Bhagavatam class together, take prasadam. Everyone likes to take prasadam together. We heard about many ceremonies and so much activity going on here, isn't it? We're having that ceremony this morning. And what are the samadhis? Samadhis remembering the souls, the great devotees who have served Prabhupada and served this mission, great mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who are faithful, loyal followers. And by staying busy in Krishna's service, there's no room for Maya. An idle mind is the devil's workshop. So when we have too much time in our hands and we're not really chanting or hearing or sufficiently engaged in Prabhupada's service of preaching, book distribution is the first #1 activity, right? Preaching is the essence, we're preaching, but how do we preach? The best way? Distribute Prabhupada's books. Transcendental book distribution, key. And I know when I first came to the temple, they said, oh, you'd be good on Sankirtan. I said, what's that? You got to go out and distribute books. Okay, let's try that. And the experience of actually being out, meeting people, and trying to give Prabhupada's books, it's a strengthening experience. You feel, especially when you know that, okay, now I'll be out in the street 8, 10 hours, better I chant my rounds very nicely, better I'm enthusiastic in kirtan, worship my spiritual master with feeling and understanding that he's opening my eyes, which I'm born in ignorance, but he's enlightening me with this knowledge. And then be ready for the battlefield by hearing the Bhagavatam class, and even during the day, whenever the mind is giving you tricks that you're, oh, what am I doing out here anyway? Why am I here? No, you're there because we're trying to save the fallen conditioned souls, and at the same time, we're saving ourselves because of that service of being a book distributor and actually meeting the challenges, meeting people, and trying to give this mercy of Krishna consciousness. It gives you strength as well. Also, whatever service we're performing, if we're doing it consciously, that I'm supporting the mission, books are the basis, preaching is the essence, purity is the force, utility is the principle. So the purity will come by the Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. And we have a wonderful opportunity for hearing and chanting, dancing. Let's take up Srila Prabhupada's mission. We have a wonderful Krishna Balaram Mandir. We also have Shri Shri Radha Madhava in Sridham Mayapur, also in many temples around the world, but specifically Prabhupada was keen on providing a transcendental abodes where the devotees can come from all over the world to recharge themselves spiritually. Come into Sri Vrindavan Dham, chant with the devotees, dance, perform some devotional service, charge your batteries. Because when the battery runs out, the thing doesn't work anymore, isn't it? You need to charge the batteries. So the battery, our spiritual batteries get surcharged by taking and absorbing ourselves in the holy Dham. Prabhupada wasn't keen on devotees. Where are the devotees? Oh, they're shopping, they're in Loy Bazaar, or they're visiting various places. No, when you go to a tirtha, you come and hear from the holy sadhu, the saint, I'm here, they should be here. So Prabhupada stressed the importance of don't waste your time doing so many other things. Most important is we hear the Srimad Bhagavatam, and we ourselves are becoming healthy by increasing the hearing, increasing the chanting. Also humbly requesting, let me have some service. Not demanding, but requesting. It is service, hearing, chanting. If you sit in front of the deities all day, chanting the holy name is wonderful service. But if Krishna inspires you also that let me take on more service, we should take on more service. Not thinking that, oh, I'm capable, I can do so much. Many times, oh, you're the president, I'm coming, I'm good at this, I'm good at that. I said, that's nice. First come for the next several months, come to the morning program, chant your rounds, attend Prabhupada's functions, and then we can do service. But we shouldn't think that we're very qualified, oh, I've done so much business, or I understand computers, or accounting, or this or that. All these activities can be used in Krishna's service, but the most important, in my understanding, is just follow Prabhupada's orders. Come, participate enthusiastically, stay steady. Steady is important. Regulation is important. In deity worship, isn't it? Cleanliness and punctuality. So basically for everything, we have to be clean in our habits and punctual. Stay regulated and steady, and keep chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And we'll be sure that Krishna will welcome us back home. He's eager. We're eager, but Krishna is even more eager for us to return home, back to Godhead. So we have a few minutes. Anyone have any questions, corrections, or comments? Yes, Sankarshan Prabhu.
My question is, there's 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas. Can we say that our Sampradaya, the Brahma Bhattacharya Sampradaya, is the most powerful Sampradaya because Krishna himself appeared in this Sampradaya?
Yes? Oh, that was a comment? Yes, we have the best sampradaya. We're very lucky. No, but all sampradayas are bona fide because ultimately they're leading us to surrender to Krishna. But we're following Srila Prabhupada, our father. We're in his family. He's giving us the Brahma Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, so we're happy there. Very happy.
We also have our calendars. There's also the CE calendar, Chaitanya era. We forget to remember what year it is in CE, but we should start remembering that too. I don't even know what year it is. I know 2024, but I don't know what it is in CE. Anybody know what it is in CE?
I forgot what day today was. What the heck is that?
We all know 2024. We always forget CE, what year it is in CE.
Yeah, that's technical. I never really understood, but I just know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared to save us from all this complicated stuff. Huh?
Hare Krishna. So meeting the people when we meet, the few days back I met someone and he said, if I am getting instruction from Shiksha Guru, whether I need to take Diksha or only Shiksha is sufficient.
So if I'm getting instruction from Shiksha Guru, is Diksha required, or is just Shiksha sufficient? Well, we want to follow as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Krishna. I mean, obviously Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't need to take initiation, and also sannyas, the guru, and so Shiksha and Diksha, in one sense, are the same, but they're both instructing that the process, the first surrender is tad-vidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadikshanti te jnanam jnanastatva-darshana. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a bona fide spiritual master. Inquire submissively and render service. In one sense, take initiation. Initiation may be ceremonious, but that also, you're making a promise in front of the fire, in front of the guru, in front of the Vaishnavas, in front of the deities, that I'm going to follow this Vaishnava principles. These are the rules, these are the regulations. I'm making a commitment. It's like marriage is really not necessary. People can agree, like in modern Kali Yuga, they just live together and think, oh, that's the same thing. But the marriage vow and making that commitment in front of the priest, in front of the family, it's more of a pressing, it's more of a in your face that I have to follow. Oh, I have to chant my rounds. I have to follow this Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam and serve it properly. So yes, initiation is required, should be taken. Although Shiksha and Diksha are one, but that oneness also gives you more impetus for steady following.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, there you are. You're playing holy?
Yeah, the deities decorated me.
Wow.
You talked a bit about book distribution, and we know you're reading the Lilamrita. Prabhupada early on, they wanted to sell incense. So we thought at Ramakrishna Mission they're selling incense. It's not a bad program. But then he saw, as time went on, they added this and they added this. And he said it became a big distraction from book distribution. And then even 1976, one of his previous servants, he came here. He was a grahasta, and he came here specifically to buy things for business. And Prabhupada became very upset, and he gave him sannyas. He said, because he specifically said, I want you to be an example of someone who's gone through so many difficulties, which he had gone through so many difficulties. Now I'm giving you sannyas, and he sent him to Africa for preaching. So how do we balance this with so many businesses we have going on in our temples, outside the temples, devotees selling everything? But we know Prabhupada really stressed, if you just sell books, which that's what he did. He sold books and everything happened. So how do we keep that focus, that this is what's really important, because these other things seem to very much distract us from that?
Very good question for all of us, because as you said, we were doing record albums and sometimes, illegal activities and doing paintings and so many other paraphernalia to support the temple and carry on the mission. But Prabhupada told the grihastas that you can support yourself with book distribution, that you take from the BBT, you pay the BBT, and by preaching and distributing books, not that with the mentality that, I can make good money with this, let me do the book distribution, but for both simultaneously, achintya beta beta tattva, simultaneously one and different, that whether business, especially in the holy dham, is not recommended at all. But if you're doing it for Krishna and solely dedicated, obviously we have so many shops and you're thinking, well, that's business too. But one shouldn't deviate from the ultimate purpose of book distribution. But at the same time, there are grihastas who need to maintain family, and they may have some business, but Prabhupada wanted that yat karoshi yad ashnasi yad jahosi dasi yat tapasyasi konte yat tad kurushva madarpanam. Whatever you do, whatever work you perform, whatever sacrifice you give, do it for me. So basically, we have to somehow center it and focus around doing it for Krishna, but don't deviate from book distribution. I see you want to say something else. What? Tell me, go ahead.
It was right here in his room one day, Prabhupada was saying.
What room?
Prabhupada's room, his sitting room, right there in his sitting room. He said, our grihastas, he said, they're not permitted to work outside. He said, neither are we permitted to give them anything. Dilemma. Dilemma, that was his response. He just smiled and said, it's a dilemma how to survive. And grihastas have been doing that ever since, trying to survive.
We're all in dilemmas. Well, thank you for that bright ending there. So utility is the principle. I feel that Krishna is giving us intelligence, Prabhupada is giving us guidance in his books, his lectures, and also the Senior Devotees Association. So we take shelter of the sadhu sangha, sarva shastra koi lava matra sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi hoy. Have faith that by chanting Krishna's name in the association of devotees, hearing Bhagavatam, Krishna will give us intelligence how to provide for the family, and don't deviate from book distribution, and make Prabhupada happy. Srila Prabhupada ki! Hare Krishna.